Hi everyone, it's Anne with Art on the Creek, and here we are in my home studio in Parker, Colorado, and today is day 4 of 4, my installation of a few of my favorite things, some holiday gift recommendations for artists or for yourself or the crafter in your life. These are all really practical gifts and fun, and I am very pleased to share them with you today. We've got a fun surprise. We are going to bring on the holiday sparkle with some glitter markers. These are by Hotu, and I am very excited to share these with you because they are purported to be pretty special. So if you've got anyone in your life that loves a little bit of extra sparkle, these might be something that you'd want to consider. Okay, everyone, are you ready? Here we go. The holidays are certainly a time to sparkle and shine, and who am I to disagree? I'm not a fan of glitter throughout the year, but on the holidays, I think it's really fun and special. And my daughter, when she was young, she loved everything sparkly and shiny, and I have a feeling that my granddaughter would also love them. Probably my grandsons too, because they like a little bit of dazzle in their lives too. They're just fun to use, especially for kids' art. And if you're a journal artist or a crafter, these might be really fun for your card making. They are quick drying, waterproof, and light fast. Now, I am not, I won't guarantee that without testing it. So if it's something that's really important to you that you need that light fast aspect, I would highly suggest that you run your own light fast test in your home. These are suitable for any surface. Look at this: paper, rock, wood, glass, ceramic, plastic, metal. You get the general idea. Fabric. It's an extra fine tip with 0.7 millimeters. That is extra fine in marker terms, but it is a good, you can get a good amount of detail there, and we will definitely try to do that. So let's see, they say they're not suitable for children ages 0 to 3, probably because of the pen choking cap, or choking hazard, the pen cap. And it says here that when we get these started, we're going to shake it up. And then before the first use, press the tip upward to vent the air. Oh, I see. When you're holding it upside down, you push it with your thumb, and that gets the air out of the barrel. And then we're going to press the tip repeatedly until ink fully saturates it. You guys, I don't like doing this. We're going to do this, and we're going to speed through it. I will do a swatch sheet of these, and we're going to see that part sped up because I cannot stand to pump markers to get them started. It's just a thing. It's just my thing. If that doesn't bother you, then these will be great. And the thing is, once you do it once, you don't have to do it again. So fingers crossed that will be true here. Always recap after drawing and store horizontally. I'm excited to do that because these will fit very nicely in a desk drawer. I love that they're in color order. Thank you, Hotu. This is a set of 24 glitter markers. Let's take a look at, one that's a little more vibrant so that you can see really clearly. They are the Hotu glitter marker, and they're a nice feel, a nice shape. They're not very, very big, but they're very lightweight. Just the right amount to hold in your hand, and I think a child could have ease of use there as well. Let's hope that the cap and barrel color, there's another one. Oh, good. Wait, no, come on. There we go. Okay, if you push hard enough. Those of you who watch my videos know that when the cap doesn't post, that's also a pet peeve of mine. So it does, you just kind of have to push it on there a little, and that's actually really good because it is really on there securely. And I don't know if you can see, I'll see if I can flick it with my fingernail here. There is a stop roller there, so these will not roll off of your table. They'll kind of take a break and they won't continue to roll. So that's a really good feature. All right, according to the instructions, I'm going to switch back now to the first one because I do want to do these in order for our swatch sheet. Let me grab my swatch paper. For this swatch sheet, I am just using some cardstock. This is your basic cardstock that you can get from any office supply store. And it's a piece of scrap that's been cut away. So let's start with, well, we'll go backwards. We'll go this way because this is the way that I've got them laying out here. Fold this guy under. Usually you can get these little plastic containers to fold both ways. Oh, by the way, I do see that they have a protector sheet in here. In case you are journaling, you tuck that in underneath so that it doesn't seep through. And that's always a nice benefit. I love that they put that in there. But let's get this one started. All right, so step one was to vent the air out. So we're going to push this down. There we go. Oh, sorry, that was off camera. Vent the air. There we go. And now, shaking it, the lid came off. This is real TV, folks. Nothing's rehearsed. Shaking it up. You can hear that ball bearing in there. Okay. And now we're going to pump, pump, pump. And this is where I'm going to speed up the video. Okay, there you go. You could see that ink come down the chamber. And this one is called, is there a color name? I would call it black. Nope. So here we go. Here's the first one. Now, we're going to speed it up and fill up our swatch sheet. My mind must have been wandering when I was doing this because somehow I lost track of where I was in the rows, and I ended up with too few markers. I thought 24. How can I possibly not count to 24? A couple things here that I want to show you definitely. When you are popping that air cap, it really does make a pop, and sometimes that ink can flow upward and splash out. Be very, very careful. Let me slow it down and I'll show you on this next one. So you can see, right, do you see that ink zoom up there in the chamber as soon as you press down? It's an audible pop, and I do believe that this only is for the very first use that happens. But be careful, these can be really messy, and there were a couple times that I forgot to do that preparation step, and a lot of ink gushed out on my paper towel. That's why we have the silver ink that splashed a little bit on the swatch sheet. But going forward, I think we're going to have some good luck, so let's just keep swatching these out. So far, I'm liking how they look. Do you see how some of them are a little bit puddly, how they have some puddles? Well, that is because there was an awful lot of ink flowing out at that time. I think once you use these and get them kind of primed to the way you want to use them, then they're going to all function just about the same and be really, really nice. And I guess nice isn't really the word I'm looking for. I think reliable would be a better term there, because when you're dealing with something like this that is permanent ink and it is a pigment-based ink, you want to know where it's going to land, and you don't want it to land on your clothing or perhaps your work surface. So having it land exactly where you want it to is a real benefit. So I would suggest, even when you are opening them up after you've done this initial step of priming them, look at them a little bit before you use them on your paper. In fact, I would even suggest opening it not over what you're working on. I'm not so sure that this ink will stay in here and behave itself. It was very willing to flow out in some of the cases. So that little square that I have that's kind of out of place is because that's where I kind of lost count, and I'll catch up with everything here. But we'll also do these on black paper so that you can see how well they turn out. Now that last one in the pink, that lightest pink one there, that one was just a little bit drier. It didn't flow as well as some of the others, but overall I was very, very pleased with the way that these came out. And the thing that I really like is that, you know, my brother and I, when we were kids, he would draw cars and I would draw things like flowers. For children, no matter what you're drawing, these would be a lot of fun, because who doesn't love a good metallic car? And also, you know, you can decorate any surface with these. Remember, you don't have to have it be paper. You can decorate metal or wood or anything like that. If you wanted to sit down and have the kids make some ornaments for a relative, I mean, these would really be a great way to do that. Once again, I'm going to have some issues counting to 24, as you will see in this set here, but I was able to correct it. So I'm going to speed this up again, and we'll see how the 24 of these look on the black paper. So apparently I just am having trouble counting to 24 because I did have to start this over and do it again. And again, I only swatched 23. So you'll see that. There was a beautiful teal color that I omitted, but I found it and put it in finally. So these are really easy to use. I love the nibs. They're very sturdy. It's like a bullet tip nib, but not as soft as one you would find on an alcohol marker. These are very firm and easy to use, and I like that because if you are going to use this on multiple surfaces, you don't want it to wear down and become really soft and shaggy, and I don't think these would do that. They seem like they're very durable. Look at this on the black paper though. So this means that on any color paper, these are going to really stand out and be nicely opaque for you. I really like that it's pigment ink. It's permanent. Really having a lot of fun imagining everything that I could do with these, addressing wedding invitations, addressing Christmas cards, journal entries, any just kind of fun, even your grocery list. Why not have a little sparkle on your grocery list? And here's where I'm counting to 24. There it is. There's the one I missed. Let's take a look at these. Alrighty, here we are back down to regular speed. I think these are so fascinating because they really look like they have a chrome aspect to me. It's not just mica, it's not just glitter, but that shine is pretty unbeatable. And it does hold when it's dry as well. So you'll see that at the end of the video because we're going to work on some Christmas cards that we created yesterday. But first, let's take a peek. You can see that one with the big puddle there. It does take a bit of time to dry. So just make sure before you move on that if you don't want the colors to mix, you know that what you're working on is dry. I even like the splatters on the paper towel there, but it did get on my fingers. So be careful, be sure you protect your work area and don't wear those nice clothes for this particular activity. But let's get into some Christmas cards. Let's see what we can do to have some fun with these in a practical situation. In yesterday's video for this year's A Few of My Favorite Things series, we made some Christmas cards and I trimmed the pages out of the journal so that they would fit on cards, and then I mounted them here. They're just watercolor and ink, but I thought, you know, this would be a perfect place to show how versatile these glitter markers are. So let's get into that. Let's decorate the ornaments and put some lights on the tree. And again, I will speed this up, and this time I'm just going to let you enjoy it with some fun holiday music in the background. And there we go. 2 really sparkly fun Christmas cards to send or receive in the mail. That is brought to you by these Hotu glitter markers, the set of 24. I really appreciate that they added this liner in here, this bleed-proof sheet, so that you can put it in between the pages of your journal so that things don't bleed to the next page. So don't forget that that's in there too. That's a really nice benefit. Well, my friends, here are our 2 cards, and I really hope that you enjoyed this demonstration of the Hotu glitter markers, the set of 24. If you are Cyber Monday shopping today, I've got some affiliate links in the description, as well as a playlist for you at the end of this video to check out. I've got a whole bunch of links and coupons that you can use. Hopefully that'll make your holiday gift giving a little bit easier. If you're just out running errands, trying to figure out what to put on the dinner table, you have my sympathy, because that's what I will be doing today as well. My friends, I hope everyone is having a really creative week and wonderful Advent season as we prepare for Christmas. Take care, everyone. Bye now.